I'm still a little bit confused. I seem a little bit out of sorts, I am. What do you say when you've been shocked out of your mind and you have a few notes of things you want to say, but tremendous emotions are welling up in your mind and your heart, and you are deeply affected by them. So let me try to say, and you know me, I like to be brief too, Jim, so I'll try. Well, this is a celebration today of a dream, an aspiration we have had for a new home for the College of Medicine. It's an iconic, beautiful signature building for our campus. We've had tremendous growth over the last 15 years here, and President Boren mentioned the faculty. You count the full-time and part-time and the volunteer, but just the full-time and part-time alone, you know, well over 1,000 faculty. When I became dean, I think we had around 500, maybe not quite 500. But I also want to point out that we have here, just at our Oklahoma City campus of the college, 3,408 staff. That includes our OU physician staff. And without those staff, we couldn't do anything. They are critically important to us, and I want to express my deep appreciation to the staff. You know, we have the I counted up today, and the College of Medicine family is working in 21 buildings on this campus. And this will be our 22nd building that we have people in, because some of those other places are very crowded and we desperately need. And not everything is as spacious as this beautiful atrium. But, and yes, we have envy from some who are left behind in other buildings. But we're going to get after that too. We're coming to renovate and redecorate. This is a new home for the departments of, I'm going to go by floor, otolaryngology, head and neck cancer, for obstetrics and gynecology, for orthopedic surgery, for medicine and its many subspecialties, for surgery, and then the dean's office, as the president mentioned, on the 4th floor. And we've moved people from quite a few separate locations to aggregate them all there. I don't know how to express my appreciation. I'm going to ignore the naming of the building for just a moment, because that is hard to get through for me right now. But I want to thank the University Hospitals Authority and Trust. And President Boren said it eloquently, so I'm not going to repeat all that he said. You know, in this original sequence, before the sequel was revealed, I was supposed to go before him. So now I have to follow him. You never want to follow him. But I want to echo everything he said about Mike Samus. Mike has become, if you'll allow it, Mike, the new or the second Stanton Young, but you're not the second Stanton Young. You are the first Mike Samus. There are differences. I know Stanton, I wish he were here with us today. And in his latter years, I know that he and I had discussions about the tremendous role that you're playing now. And I just want to tell you that the whole College of Medicine is a better institution because of your abiding interest, commitment, and dedication to that and to our future. And I want to thank Dean Gandy, Kevin Gates particularly. I can't name everybody in the trust. We'd be here all afternoon, but I particularly want to thank them. This building, as it is, wouldn't have happened without a number of the associate deans working very hard to help in the design. And Bob Roswell, who's retired, John Brightville, Ann Barnes, old money bags, you know, she has to talk to them about a lot of things. They were the three who particularly worked on this building, and I want to express my appreciation to them. We have as I said, we have a dedicated staff who managed to survive the move to this building. And President Warren described so many wonderful things about the College of Medicine and gave all of us accolades for our work. But I'll tell you, it's the rank and file faculty, and it's the 22 leaders of our departments, basic science and clinical, and our associate dean, Robert Mantle at the Cancer Center, and Blake Rambo at the Diabetes Center. All of those people really make a difference every day, and I can't name everybody, so forgive me if I don't list everybody. As I said, we'd be here. But I want to thank each of them. And I want to say a word about the symbolism in the building and just tell you about it briefly, and then I'll conclude. This soaring atrium is symbolic of our aspirations for excellence and of room to grow. The three arches at the front are symbolic of our three great missions: education, research, patient care. And then you look at the hanging sculpture, and it's symbolic. First, it has many pieces that are white for the iconic white coat of the physician. And the pieces are there to reflect the many specialties and subspecialties of medicine. And why is it revolving? Because we're wrapping our hands, our arms, around the patient. Because the patient must be at the center of all that we do. Whatever else we do, education, research, no matter how we do patient care, we can never lose sight that our whole purpose is the betterment of mankind, the taking care of those who are ill and preventing illness. So that is there to symbolize what one of our great roles in life is supposed to be. And there are many other symbolic things in the building, but I just wanted you to be aware of those three. And lastly, I have devoted a lot of years of service to the institution, and achievement in many ways is its own best reward. You know, I'm fond of saying that the dean has 1,000 years. Many of you have heard me say that too. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. But in order to have 1,000 years work, you have to have 1,000 mouths, or quite a few mouths, whispering in your ears. Well, I pride myself in that very few things escape my knowledge and attention, even though I have to keep them quiet. Not one of you who knew told me a thing. And it was a total and complete surprise. I have never been more shocked in my life. I truly almost collapsed because I was so stunned. And I fussed at Kevin Gates yesterday evening about, what the hell are you doing with that sign out there? Why don't they finish it? Why are they putting that over? It needs to be ready by tomorrow. Because it was all blank before, except for the academic office tower. So yes, I was completely unaware, and it's very hard for my wife to keep something like that. So I appreciate that. I don't want to keep you longer. I am deeply, deeply, deeply touched. I still am quite kind of shaken by the action of the president and the regents and the trust in doing that. You'd have to be in my shoes right now to know how kind of emotionally shaken I am by that, in a good way. So welcome to our new home, our beautiful, beautiful new building, and I hope you enjoy the reception and the signatures. Dean?